imagined how the lives of two of the most famous K-pop idols in the world, BTS's Jungkook and Jimin, were when they were serving in the military? How do they deal with the harsh routine, away from the glittering stage and the camera's glare? What happens when these two close friends have to be separated after months together in training? Thai Tori, I not Ju Tori about conscription, but about strong bond of friendship, dedication, and harrowing moment that leave anyone touched. Jungkook and Jimin, two BTS members who have captivated millions of fans around the world, are currently serving their military service in the same division. Both are known to be highly skilled, disciplined, and passionate members. However, behind their seriousness in carrying out their duties, there are small stories full of emotions and surprises that may not be widely known by ARMY, BTS's loyal fandom. When Jungkook and Jimin first entered basic training, many doubted whether they could survive in such a harsh and disciplined environment. After all, they are global stars accustomed to a luxurious life. However, both prove that they are more than just idols. They show incredible dedication and passion, taking every training seriously. Jungkook, known as the Golden Makanai for his versatile abilities, immediately stood out among his peers. He often found work as a cook in military kitchens, a role that required great rigor and responsibility. Although it was an arduous task, Jungkook did it with a smile and high spirits. In fact, some of his contemporaries claim to be impressed by his ability to cook and his humble attitude. Meanwhile, Jimin, who is known as the main dancer of BTS, also showed an impressive performance. He is known as a passionate figure and always supports his colleagues. Jimin is often a source of motivation for other members, especially during grueling physical training. His discipline and ability to remain calm under pressure earned him the respect of many. For months, Jungkook and Jimin went through training together. The two of them are often seen supporting each other, both in physical exercise and other tasks. Their closeness as members of BTS did not fade, even though they were in a completely different environment. In fact, some of his contemporaries confessed that the bond between Jungkook and Jimin was very strong and inspiring. One of the most memorable moments was when Jungkook and Jimin had to work together on a team assignment. They are assigned to complete a mission that requires cooperation and good communication. Despite the difficult beginning, they managed to successfully complete the task thanks to their closeness and understanding of each other. This moment became proof that their friendship was established not only on stage, but also in real life. However, as in military life, not always can be together. After several months of training, Jungkook and Jimin had to be separated due to differences in training and tasks they had to undergo. This moment of separation became one of the most moving for both. When the moment of separation comes, the atmosphere becomes very emotional. Jungkook and Jimin hugged each other, said words of encouragement, and promised to maintain communication even though they were in different places. Some of his contemporaries even admitted that they were moved to see the moment because they knew how close the relationship of these two idols was. The story of Jungkook and Jimin in the military not only touched the hearts of his contemporaries, but also BTS fans around the world. ARMY, BTS's loyal fandom, many felt overwhelmed and proud to see the dedication and passion shown by their two idols. Many expressed their support via social media, sending messages of encouragement and prayers for Jungkook and Jimin's safety and health. The story of Jungkook and Jimin in the military is not just a story about two idols serving national duty, it's a story of friendship, dedication, and resilience. They proved that behind their popularity and success, Jungkook and Jimin are humble, hardworking, and passionate individuals. Haru's moments like their breakup remind us that behind BTS's success, there is a strong bond of friendship that keeps them solid as a team. Although they will have to part ways for a while, there is no doubt that their friendship will remain strong, even after they finish their military service and return to the music scene. With Jungkook and Jimin still serving in the military, many are wondering what will happen next. How will they face new challenges? Will they get back together in the same task, or will they continue to be separated? One thing is for sure, the ARMY will continue to support them, waiting patiently for them to return and again amaze the world with their music. Meanwhile, Jungkook and Jimin's story in the draft will continue to be an inspiration to many. They prove that no matter how much success they have achieved, they remain humble, disciplined, and full of passion in living every challenge that comes their way. So, what do you think? Does this story of Jungkook and Jimin make you even more proud as an ARMY? Or does it remind you of the importance of friendship and dedication in the face of life's challenges? One thing is for sure, this story will continue to be remembered as one of the most precious moments in BTS and ARMY's journey. After a heartwarming moment of separation, Jungkook and Jimin enter a new phase in their conscription. Even though they are separated, both of them still carry out their duties with full dedication. Jungkook, known as a versatile figure, continues to demonstrate his abilities in the military kitchen. Her job as a cook requires not only cooking skills, but also time management and teamwork. Despite being far away from Jimin, Jungkook was still excited and often sent messages of encouragement to his best friend. On the other hand, Jimin faced a different challenge. He was placed in units that focused more on physical training and military tactics. Despite his hard work, Jimin never complained. Instead, he sees this as an opportunity to develop and become stronger, both physically and mentally. Jimin often posts training photos on military social media, showing how serious he is in taking this task. Although separated, Jungkook and Jimin maintain communication. They often text each other by phone or mail, sharing stories about their experiences at each other's places of duty. Some of his contemporaries admitted that they often saw Jungkook smiling broadly when receiving messages from Jimin and vice versa. This shows how strong their bond of friendship is, even in the midst of busyness and distance that separates. One day, a surprise moment occurs that Jungkook and Jimin will never forget. While on duty in different locations, they accidentally meet at a military event held to commemorate a day of national importance. This meeting happened suddenly, and the two did not expect to meet there. The moment of this meeting became one of the most moving. Jungkook and Jimin immediately hugged each other, not caring about their surroundings full of his contemporaries. They exchanged stories about their experiences during their time apart, and an atmosphere of emotion was created. Some of his colleagues even admitted that they were moved to see the moment. Not only fans, his contemporaries and superiors in the military also gave full support to Jungkook and Jimin. They admit that these two idols are very disciplined and full of spirit. In fact, some of their superiors gave praise for the dedication and hard work they showed during their military service. The story of Jungkook and Jimin in the military teaches us about the value of true friendship. Despite the challenges they face and the distance that separates them, their bond of friendship remains strong. They support each other, strengthen each other, and inspire each other, both in joy and in sorrow. Their friendship also reminds us that behind success and popularity, there are very important human values. Jungkook and Jimin proved that they are not only great on stage, but also in real life. They are humble, passionate, and always ready for a challenge. With Jungkook and Jimin still serving in the military, many are wondering what will happen after they complete this task. How will they return to the music world? Will they release a new song or album with BTS? One thing is for sure, ARMY around the world are waiting patiently to see Jungkook and Jimin return to the music scene. Meanwhile, their story in this draft will continue to be an inspiration to many. They prove that no matter how much success they have achieved, they remain humble, disciplined, and full of passion in living every challenge that comes their way.